let's get to the Thursday night game because you won't believe what happened last night. Actually, you will. As I texted Brockman with about 5 minutes remaining in the game
ever.
This game is going exactly as expected. The most predictable game ever because every Steeler game is the same, with the exception of last week against the Jaguars where they got punched in the mouth in the pouring rain and they're still complaining about the officiating, forgetting that they were gifted a win the week previous here in LA. That aside, every Steelers game is the same this year. They don't play well. They get penalized a lot. And then Kenny Pickett somehow puts it together in the fourth quarter. The defense stands on its head in the fourth quarter, and they win. Now, the one difference last night is that with Matt Canada down on the sideline, the Steelers came out and had a really good drive. They opened the game, marched down the field, and they scored the touchdown. That doesn't happen. Maybe Matt Canada on the sideline. All it took was moving Canada downstairs, and that worked. It worked. Everyone after the game said they loved it. And then Will Levis got dealing. Will Levis can play, everybody. Another thing you and I were texting back and forth about last night.
Yep.
That kid can sling it.
Oh, my gosh.
And not only can he sling it, and yeah, he threw the pick at the end of the game. Granted, I don't like 4 verticals. I mean, you had, 11 seconds left?
Yes.
They ran the same play back-to-back, 4 verticals. I mean, you could have taken a shot at the sideline. You could have tried the middle of the field and gotten down there, had a closer shot regardless. He threw the pick. Give the Steelers credit. They ended the game. Quan Alexander ended the game. But Will Levis can sling it. And not only can he sling it, that kid can stand in there and take a hit. I was stunned that at no point during that game, with a third and fourth string and who the hell are these guys, offensive line in front of him, that Will Levis did not fall victim to a TJ Watt or Alex Highsmith or Cam Hayward strip sack. Thought it was going to happen. Thought it was inevitable. Matter of fact, that's how I thought the game would end. They would score the touchdown. The Steelers would get in the end zone. In this case, Deontay Johnson. And then he did the Shawshank celebration there.
It's been like almost 700 days since he scored.
He had not scored a touchdown since Ben Roethlisberger was passively aggressively throwing him touchdowns.
Walking boot.
Walking boot. I digress. Andy Reid just said in Germany, I haven't had a bratwurst. Maybe, I'm going to have one though, maybe 2. Okay. I am ADD today reading things off my screen. Where was I? So they scored early. I thought that there would be a point during the game in which Will Levis got hit. He fumbled, and that's how the game would end. That was a patchwork offensive line. It came in banged up, and it got even more banged up as the game progressed. It's amazing that the Titans were able to hang in that game and actually protect the quarterback as well as they did, considering the guys they had out there off the bench and out of position. Will Levis has a future. It is a bright one. And barring injury, as much as I like the guy, I think it is safe to say Ryan Tannehill has played his last down as a Tennessee Titan. Again, barring injury, it's a long season. Half the season still yet to be played. Will Levis is that dude. And I'm happy for him. You know, he took a lot of pre-draft slings and arrows, and he went from a potential top 10 pick, which, by the way, before the season or in season for college football, everyone's a top 10 pick until they're not. Only 10 guys can go top 10. Will Levis was not one of them. He went top 10 in the second round, not the first. He waited his turn, and no, he did not throw 4 touchdowns like he did a week ago in his debut. But I would argue, even in the loss, what Will Levis did last night on the road in Pittsburgh was more impressive than his 4 touchdowns at home against the Atlanta Falcons.
That's more impressive than what Kenny Pickett did last night. Give any Steeler fan the option. Which QB would you rather have?
They would take Will Levis.
100%.
100%. But here's what Kenny Pickett did last night, which he hadn't done, as I said, in weeks previous, and that is play well in the first quarter. So he played well in the first, he played well in the fourth.
Yep.
Is that going to be enough? Negative. But it was enough last night. Here's what Will Levis had to say.
Losing sucks, especially at this level. You know, it's just so hard to win games, and when you got an opportunity like that to win it at the end and it doesn't happen, it makes it feel a whole lot worse. But, I mean, credit to them. They made the plays when they needed to, and we didn't. Got to get back to work. that last one, just trying to make a play and how it could have turned out differently. Like maybe take a shot somewhere else, but need to give him a ball. Wanted Josh to climb the ladder for me, and need to give him one to jump up and go get. So didn't make the play. Going to do my best to make it next time.
Will Levis, bright future. Titans found their guy. I know he's played only 8 quarters, but we told you before the game yesterday on the show that the only quarterback in the last 20 years as a rookie to go into Pittsburgh and win was one Dak Prescott. Will Levis almost did it last night and did it with a banged-up offensive line. Tip of the cap to you.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.